It's time for high school basketball on your local sports leader, 97.9 XFM. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to J.H. Griffin Gym at Teutopolis High School for what ought to just be a lot of fun. The St. Anthony Bulldogs here to play the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. I'm Greg Sapp, Matt Robinson alongside Brian Dust back at the studios to make sure we get this game on the air. CJ Schmitz here, he's going to videotape the game, and we'll have copies available for you later. It should be a great night. Two great ball clubs. St. Anthony coming off the championship of the National Trail Conference Tournament Saturday night. Teutopolis, of course, in the championship game at the Salem tournament a couple of weeks ago. I guess it's been a couple of weeks ago now, hasn't it? And they have had a couple of wins. In fact, they played Tuesday night when hardly anybody else played. Troy Bierman brought his Newton Ball Club up here, and Teutopolis got the win to go to 21-3 on the season. St. Anthony under Cody Rinker 16-7. So anytime I figure I see two teams and they have 37 wins between them already, that's pretty good, Matt.
Yeah, as opposed to just 10 losses. And when you throw in the fact the schedule that these two programs have put together over the last couple of seasons, as each of them's really been building up, it's really a testament to the quality of basketball that we have right here in Effingham County, and it's going to be on display tonight as this is a fun atmosphere. It always is, and it doesn't surprise me they were able to play here on Tuesday because it's always a little warmer in Teutopolis.
And it certainly is now. Oh, my goodness. It's this is as steamy as it's been over here in a while. And not just because of the warmer temperatures today, but because the atmosphere inside the gym is red hot. Both these teams, as we said, are having really good good campaigns and feel that their chances are pretty good tonight. Of course, T-Town being at home, I'm not sure how many points that's worth, but it's worth some points because they love this place and they just play their hearts out here. So it'll be a very interesting contest tonight. But St. Anthony's found ways to win some pretty big games this year. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins this one tonight.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And you mentioned this atmosphere here. No matter how many people the opposing team brings, Teutopolis has 3/4 of the gym to themselves. That's unusual in high school basketball, but they have their side and basically half of the opponent's side that they pretty much claim. So, you know, that's difficult in any time you come into opposing gym, but especially here at J.H. Griffin.
So, great atmosphere, a couple of really good ball clubs. We're going to have some fun tonight. Back with more pregame information in a moment. It's St. Anthony at Teutopolis on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Back at J.H. Griffin Gym in Teutopolis, the JV game went to Teutopolis. They beat St. Anthony 44-37. At first, it didn't look like anybody was going to get double figures, but eventually T-Town broke loose, and then St. Anthony got hot in the second half, and it ends up Teutopolis 44, St. Anthony 37. Aaron Webb had 14 for St. Anthony in the JV game. Brock Daters had 12 for T-Town. So that's how the JV game went. We have a 7-point varsity game. Going to have an awful lot of people awfully excited. We also have one final girls high school ball, because we had told you about the fact that because of the postponement last night for Effingham, that the girls played Mattoon at 6 o'clock tonight up at Mattoon, and Effingham got the win on the road in the Apollo. Always a good chore. Final score in that girls game, Effingham 42, Mattoon 36. We'll see the Lady Hearts Monday night when they have the rematch with those Charleston Lady Trojans, and that ought to be a colossal game Monday night.
Yeah, everyone from Effingham's looking forward to that, as Effingham's looking for a measure of revenge, and the Hearts will go at them healthy for the first time this year. But Charleston is a tough team.
They're really good. That'll be Monday night. Tomorrow, don't forget, we have an afternoon game, because the Effingham Hearts boys got weathered out again Tuesday night, so they're going to try for the third time to play Mahomet Seymour at Effingham. And remember, that's a 1 o'clock JV game tomorrow, so we'll be on the air at about 2:30 with a varsity game, and that'll be here on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com again about 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. So we think we have you covered as far as plenty of high school hoops, and it's a busy week again this next week. We'll be at St. Anthony Tuesday night. South Central's there for conference action, and got the T-Town shootout next Saturday. And Effingham's in that this year. So we have Effingham in a game, St. Anthony in a game, and Teutopolis in a game here next Saturday. So don't forget that. Now, there are a couple of games before that, but we're going to have a triple header for you next Saturday. So if you thought we were slowing down, maybe we were just catching our breath.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time of the year where you get a lot of good matchups, and you got a lot of teams hopefully peaking at the right time, because postseason play is just around the corner for the boys as well, with the girls getting started next week in 1 and 2A.
Yep, 1A and 2A regionals start Monday night, and we'll do our best to keep you up to date on that. Once we shake it out as far as who's won regionals and are going on to the sectional, then we'll give you a better idea about what girls games we'll have postseason. So between that and the last couple of weeks of boys regular season, it gets pretty crazy, but we'll try our best to get you covered just as much as we can. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the starting lineups for this one at St. Anthony at Teutopolis. Back in a moment on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Back at Teutopolis, and we're ready for St. Anthony at Teutopolis. Here's a look at the starting lineups for this one. First for Cody Rinker's St. Anthony Bulldogs, who check in at 16-7, and again coming off the championship win of the National Trail Conference Tournament last Saturday night. Both coaches said, nah, it's the same five, Greg. Luke Ludwig, 6'4" senior, will get a start. So will Jack Haney, the 6-foot junior. Big Jacob Dust, the MVP, the first ever MVP chosen of the National Trail Conference Tournament, a 6'7" junior. Caden Fearday, a 6'5" junior. And Logan Antrim, a 5'11" sophomore. So those are the starters for St. Anthony. And if you notice, there's exactly one senior in the Bulldogs starting lineup. So if you think things are going to slack off, nah, I don't think so. Teutopolis, 21-3, third rated in the state of Illinois in Class 2A boys basketball. Dawson Smith is a 6'6" senior, averaging 20 points a game. Clint Weber is a 6'7" senior, 19.8 his average. Evan Wormert is a 6'2" sophomore, 5.4 points a game. Mitch Hardick, a 6'3" junior, 4.1 his average. And Luke Ungren, a 5'10 junior, right at 4 points a game. Those are your 5 starters for the 21-3 Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. We're ready for the national anthem. And as the color guard from Teutopolis, post number 924, brings the colors out to center court. And Derek Ozenkowski will share the national anthem. Nice job by Derek Ozenkowski, and post number 924 of the Teutopolis American Legion leaves the floor now. And they're hosting a big benefit for the National Wild Turkey Federation at the T-Town American Legion tomorrow night. My buddies Rodney Herzl and Alan Davis probably won't mind if I sneak in a mention for him. All right, here's the introduction of the starters to the crowd. We'll be back with tonight's play-by-play in just a minute on 97.9 XFL.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, let's repeat the starters for you one more time for St. Anthony. Luke Ludwig, Jack Haney, Jacob Dust, Caden Fairday, and Logan Antrim. You'll see Bryson Wall and Alex Brandenberger and Aaron Webb and the usual cast of suspects coming off the bench throughout the course of the evening. Rich Nieberge pretty pumped for this one. For Teutopolis, again, it's Dawson Smith, Clint Weber, Evan Wormert, Mitch Hardick, and Luke Ungren. Those are the starters for the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. Darren Mose, Mike Bell, Kevin Grigg, our officials for tonight's game. And, Matt, I'm hoping we have some fun.
Oh, I've already had a lot of fun, and I think we're going to have a lot more. These two teams, anytime they get together, it's one of those things where you can say throw out the records, but you usually don't want to. They're awfully good for both of these ball clubs. And, yeah, I mean, T-Town, you'd have to say, would be the favorite in this matchup. There's no way around it. But when brothers fight, and almost that's what you have here with St. Anthony and Teutopolis. Sometimes it's not literally brothers, but cousins, that sort of thing. And these kids have played against each other in baseball, basketball, run track against each other, and played summer ball against each other and with each other at times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things where this is a game that each team really focuses on throughout this. I mean, it's circled on the calendar as soon as the schedule comes out, and both teams are ready to play.
It's always late in the season like this where they have pretty much dealt with all the stuff they have to deal with to find out who they are, and I mean, they can just come out and give it to each other, and it ought to be an awful lot of fun. What, 2 weeks till boys 1A and 2A, so a lot to be excited about. Cody Rinker, Chet Reeder, a couple of good young coaches going at each other. Oh, this ought to be fun. Dustin Weber are going to jump. Here we go. Bulldogs win the tip. Good to have you with us here on 97.9 XFM. Logan Antrim, the sophomore in backcourt with it, picked up the dribble. Now what? Haney comes to get the ball. Jack one dribble, and now he's in trouble. Right side to Ludwig. Luke gets it head of the key to Dust. Jacob in the lane. Ludwig spin move, working against Smith. Can't get in. Got called for double dribble. And St. Anthony turns it over their first trip.
I know this is going to surprise a lot of folks, but Teutopolis played a good man-to-man defense that trip.
Yeah, anybody who's seen him play in the last, 50 years shouldn't be too surprised. T-Town beats the pressure, gets it down court safely. Ungren with the ball. Swings it across court to Evan Wormert. So the guards play catch out top. Wormert on the dribble now to Smith, and now to Ungren. Says, I didn't want that in my face. But he got rid of it safely to Smith. Knocked loose by Ludwig. Smith gets it back into Wormert. Side to Smith. Open on a three. Now doesn't pull the trigger. Weber's open for two, and he got it. So much for Clint Weber. I got to be right by the basket to score. He drains a 12-footer, and it's 2-0 T-Town.
Yeah, good ball movement. They rotated it, and Weber just buried the jumper.
Left side, Fearday the catch to the free throw line to Dust. Tries to power in, goes up against Weber, got it, and it's 2-2. So he took Weber to the rack there, and we're tied.
Each of the post players showing some strengths there.
Smith inside, pass stolen by Dust to Antrim. Good catch by Ludwig, and he lays it up and in. Nice job by Luke Ludwig running the floor for the Bulldogs, and it's 4-2 St. Anthony. Hardick with the ball for the Shoes. Left side, the catch by Ungren. Over to Smith. Down in the corner to Wormert. Now to Smith. Head of the key to Weber. He holds. Gets the ball to Wormert out top. Now he drives into the lane. Can't shoot. Right side Hardick. Back out to Ungren. To Weber, back to Ungren. Out top, the catch by Hardick. Driving it in the lane. Smith to the hole, and a foul on the way. Foul before the shot. Cody Rinker, I think, wanted to travel. But a foul, and it's out of bounds to the Shoes.
Luke Ludwig picked up the foul. It's the first on either team 2 minutes into the game.
Smith will inbound, gets it into Weber, back to Smith. Corner three, good. That's nice inbound play. And it's 5-4 Shoes. And a foul on the inbound, as they say Wormert got a little too aggressive on the inbound play.
Yeah, he grabbed a hold of Jack Haney as Jack made the cut underneath the basket to try to get open, underneath T-Town's basket, that is.
So the common foul gives the ball to the Bulldogs to inbound again, and this time Antrim busts it down the far side of the floor from us, right along the benches. Off to Haney on the right side. Jack goes baseline, got blocked off, brings it back out, and a pass out to Antrim, and the Bulldogs re-rack the offense here. Logan looking underneath, gets it high post to Ludwig, who tries to back in, got around Smith, put the shot up and got it. Nice aggressive basket by Ludwig.
Going to be a fun game if each team continues not to miss a shot.
6-5 St. Anthony. Weber in the corner to Wormert for T-Down. Wormert got around Haney, shoots for two and got it. Wow, I didn't know if it had enough mustard on it, but he made it, and it's 7-6 Teutopolis.
We might set some kind of record here tonight.
Maybe we have.
I don't know.
7-6 Shoes. 3 minutes gone in this one. This is going to be fun. Haney, left side to Antrim. Antrim decides to drive, now picks up the dribble out to Dust. He backs into the lane over to Antrim, who's open on a three, drives in for the runner for two, and it's out, no good. Smith the rebound for T-Town, so there's a miss. Wormert has it left side, up court for Teutopolis, now to Smith. Tried to get it under Weber, but it's knocked loose. Wormert corrals it in the corner for the Shoes. Weber can't shoot. Hardick can, little strong. Dust the rebound for St. Anthony. Off to Haney. 7-6 Teutopolis, 4:20 to go, opening quarter. at a very full J.H. Griffin Gym. Nice crowd. This is the best crowd I've seen in a long time. I think we said that about last year sometime when we were here, but it's a big old crowd. Haney with the ball for the Bulldogs. Leaves it right side, Antrim. Ungren's keeping an eye on him. Antrim's path to the basket stopped in the lane, out of dust. He goes down low, puts it up, no good. Good defense by Weber. Hardick the rebound for the Shoes. Gets it off to Ungren. Out top, the catch by Hardick. Left side to Smith. Loads it up for three. In and out, no good. Haney the rebound for St. Anthony. Here come the Bulldogs in this 1-point game. Haney spin move into the lane, still on the dribble. Gets it out to Antrim. Logan checks the bench. Coach Rinker says run this. Logan says run this. They go down low to Dust, which is always a good offense. They get it to Fearday. He drives. Nope, he can't drive into the lane. Good defense by Hardick. Man, left side Ludwig goes baseline, puts it up, and rolls off, no good. Rebound, Smith for T-Town. Boy, sneaked in there and got that rebound. Cross the half line. Out top to Hardick. Left side to Ungren. 3:10 to go. Opening quarter. It's still 7-6. Ungren the catch on a high pass from Weber. Wouldn't have been high for Weber, but it was high for Ungren. Ungren drives down low off the glass. He got it to go. Luke Ungren scores. It's 9-6. And that's the biggest lead for either team.
And when Ungren gets involved on the offensive end as far as scoring, that's just kind of the icing on the cake for T-Town.
Fearday left side, works around the Dust screen, can't shoot, over to Haney. Jack now puts it on the floor, goes to the corner, got around his defender to the baseline, shot no good, and an offensive foul on Haney. They say Hardick was set and took the charge. So, offensive foul and a turnover on the Bulldogs. And timeout, St. Anthony. 2:37 to go, opening quarter. We're back in 30. It's Teutopolis 9, St. Anthony 6 on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Cody Rinker saw something he wanted to address, and so he called the 30-second timeout. 2:37 to go in the opening quarter. Teutopolis leads St. Anthony 9-6, and I see Bryson Wall has checked in for T-Town, as also checking in Quentin Millville. So those two changes for the Bulldogs. T-Town against full court pressure, gets it across the timeline. Weber to Ungren. Shoes did not make a change. Out top, yeah, sorry, they did. Grace sneaked in on me. And there's another foul underneath, and there's an offensive foul. So the officials, I think, trying to keep a lid on things, they've called an offensive foul on each end now.
Well, Dawson Smith drove into the lane, kicked the pass out to the corner, but he didn't stop his momentum. And Jack Haney, who had a charge called against him, was able to stand in front and take that charge.
Millville with the ball out top. He works with Haney, so Millville in for Antrim officially. The catch by Ludwig out to Dust, head of the key three, short. Rebound, Hardick for Teutopolis. Walls in for Fearday. So those are the changes for St. Anthony. Down low, Weber the catch, corner, shot, three. Drace too long. Wall the rebound for St. Anthony. Clears it to Millville, and Q gets it across the half line. Tried to get a bounce pass inside. It's kicked away by Hardick. It'll be Bulldogs ball on the side.
When you look at this team as far as strengths and advantages, St. Anthony might play an extra player or two compared to what T-Town does tonight. We'll see if that becomes a factor in this game.
I had a couple of people ask me about that, about how deep these teams go. And St. Anthony probably does go a player or two deeper. Wall with the ball. to Dust, working against Weber, lost the handle on it. Millville tried to save it, and he lost it out of bounds, or couldn't save it. It's not really a loss for him, but it's a turnover for St. Anthony, their third. Haney gets a breather now, and Fearday's back in for St. Anthony. And Alexander Brandenberger checked in for St. Anthony, and Ludwig sits down. So it's Dust, Brandenberger, Fearday's back, Millville, and Wall for St. Anthony right now. So I don't believe I've seen this lineup yet. Hardick with the ball for T-Town to Smith. Out top to Undgren. Millville keeping an eye on him. Knocked loose by Millville, but out of bounds. It'll stay with the Chews.
One thing about Millville, he's going to be active, especially on the defensive end. He's just a pest out there, and that can be very disruptive to the offense.
He's a senior, and he knows this is his last bite at the apple, and he's been a great example, and Cody's talked about that to the younger guys. Great move inside Undgren, but I think Fearday got a piece of it, and Dust got the rebound for St. Anthony.
Good help side defense there from St. Anthony.
Minute to go in the first quarter, 9-6 T-Town. Fearday on the dribble for the Bulldogs. Stops at the free throw line for two, and it rims out no good. Dawson Smith the rebound for T-Town, down court to Hardick. Bulldogs good job of getting back on defense. Weber goes baseline, reverse layup, good. Wow. Clint Weber, I didn't know if he had room, but he did.
That's the thing, and I think that's really the second time he's touched it on offense and the second time he scored.
That's a pretty good percentage. I'm pretty sure they'll be getting him the ball some more.
Yeah.
Averaging 20 points a game. Brandenberger out top to Fearday for St. Anthony. We're down to 20 seconds in the first quarter. Both the Shoes are up 5 now after that bucket by Weber. And the ball bounced by Millville, and he bounced it on the end line. And another St. Anthony turnover.
He was trying to make a pass along the baseline, and T-Town just forced him farther and farther down there towards the baseline, and that ball just hit out of bounds.
So now the Shoes with 16.5 seconds left, which is about 14.5 seconds more than they want at the end of a quarter. Usually they make that shot at 2 seconds to go. Smith goes coast to coast, put it up and got it. He wasn't messing this time. The Shoes lead by 7. St. Anthony's shot at the buzzer off the rim. Well, at least off the glass. No good. Shoes got a couple of late baskets there in that first quarter, and they're up 7 now. After one at Teutopolis, it's T-Town 13, St. Anthony 6 on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Great crowd here tonight, and love the student sections.
Oh, yeah.
The dog pound is jammed. The shoebox is jammed. This is exciting stuff. The T-Town couple of late baskets in that first quarter, and now they're up 7, 13-6, and they get the ball to start the second quarter.
And they were 6 of 10 in that first quarter from the field.
Dawson Smith on the point. Antrim's back in. He knocked it loose, but Smith gets it back. St. Anthony, Antrim and Ludwig, and Aaron Webb's in, and Haney and Dust, and a steal. And he stepped out of bounds with it. Logan Antrim stepped in front of the pass for St. Anthony, got the steal, but he was standing out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Shoes.
Guess give each team a turnover or just no turnover. How do you want to rule that?
Could he? Well, he didn't have possession because he's out of bounds, right?
Well, I didn't know if he caught it and his momentum carried him there. So, well, I'm good with nothing there.
Good. All right.
Why not?
They're working hard.
You bet.
Let's call nothing. Drace with the ball for T-Town, out to Undgren, or down in the corner to Undgren. Now back out to Drace. They go down low. The catch by Weber. Does he back in? Yeah, he got around. Dust put it up. No good. Rebound put back. No good by Charlie Haney, who's in. But he got it again and scores again. So Charlie Haney took 2 shots, but he got it to go. and there's a 9-point lead for Teutopolis, 15-6.
He's pretty popular when he scores, too, from T-Town student section.
You bet. Long time no score for St. Anthony. Antrim in the lane over to Webb. Aaron drives it into the lane. Now the corner to Antrim. Lost the handle, gets it back. A little wraparound dribble. Out to Haney. That's Jack. He gets it inside. Reverse layup. No good. Rebound Charlie Haney. So Jack Haney missed. Charlie Haney got the rebound. Down to Drace. Here come the shoes again. They could go up double digits this trip. Baseline. Weber, 2. Got it. Clint Weber with 6. It's 17-6 Teutopolis.
And keep in mind, it was 7-6 T-Town at one point in time here. That's a 10-0 run for the shoes.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Haney with the ball for St. Anthony out to Webb. Wing to Ludwig. He tries a 3 and it's off the mark. I don't know if somebody got a piece of that or not. I don't think so, but it hit the front of the rim. Out of bounds, last touched by St. Anthony. It'll be T-Town basketball.
They called a foul on that. They said that Jack Haney kind of escorted Smith out of bounds. And so that should be the team, his second and the team's third.
Scoreboard agrees. 17-6 Teutopolis. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Aaron Mose gets him set along the out-of-bound line. Now Brandenburger's going to check back in for St. Anthony for Haney with that second foul.
Real quick, first quarter.
Yeah.
Teutopolis 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range. St. Anthony 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from three-point range. No free throws shot yet in this ball game. Smith
drove down court, got it, drew the foul. He's got the and one coming. Boy, he is so explosive.
He's a matchup nightmare because he can handle the ball so well out on the perimeter. You got to guard him with a guard. Okay, he's got size over them and strength as he just took it right to the rack. And as I just mentioned, no free throw shot in the game until now.
And that is good. So Smith gets the and one. Dawson with 8 now. It's a 14-point lead for T-Town, 20-6. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter. Antrim with the ball for the Bulldogs. Drives it into the lane. Right side, Brandenburger. Corner to Ludwig. Back out to Brandenburger. Now to Antrim. He drives down low. The runner for 2. Got it. Nice shot. Put it off the glass. Sophomore's first points, and that breaks the drought. And that makes it 20-8. And the ball from Smith to Charlie Haney off his hand. Shoes first turnover. Bulldogs take it down low, and Antrim took it to the rack again and lays it up and in. That's it. That's why the kid plays.
He's explosive. He's very, very quick, and if he's going to his left, he's very difficult to deal with.
So it was 14, now it's 10. It's 20-10. Shoes with the ball. Weber thought about a shot. Now to Wormert. Down on the side to Drace, back out to Wormert. Evan holds, and it got knocked loose. It goes into backcourt, and it's over and back. It got off his knee. Oh, now Mike Bell's going to overrule Darren Mose, who had a look on the other side of the floor. And, of course, the St. Anthony fans are irate only because they saw it called the way they liked.
And to Mike Bell's credit, he was signaling that the whole time. It's just that his partner, Darren Moses, and rightfully so, wasn't looking at Mike Bell in that scenario.
Yeah, well, good job by a crew that works together a lot, and they can talk to each other and make sure they get it right. Open on a 3, Wormert hits. Evan Wormert over there, checking our website, I think. He had so much room. Drains the 3. He has 5, and it's 23-10. Back to a 13-point T-Town lead. Antrim's already driven twice for a basket, and he got it knocked loose, and we've got a foul on the shoes.
We'll have to sort it out as
Wormert,
there was a couple players there. Wormert is the guilty party, and that's Evans' second foul, team's third. So each team with a player with 2 fouls here, not even halfway into the second quarter. But T-Town as a team is now 10 of 16 from the floor.
5 out of 8. I think it's about 63% if my adenoids are working right. So they sit down Wormert, and they bring Jordan Hardick in, the 6-foot sophomore. He had a busy JV game. 23-10 Teutopolis. 4:39 left in this second quarter. Bulldogs inbound into backcourt. Fearday gets it back there to Antrim and kept the foot. No, he didn't keep the foot set. And a turnout, a timeout because of the turnover. Bulldogs called time. Back in 30, 4:34 to go second quarter. At Teutopolis, it's Wooden Shoes 23, St. Anthony 10 here on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Cody Rinker calls a quick timeout. His Bulldogs are down 13, and we still have 4:34 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was just their first turnover of the quarter, but it was a costly one as they were really looking to chop into the lead, and now they have to get a stop here before they can do that again, try that again.
Here's the ball knocked loose, but off Antrim out of bounds. It'll stay with T-Town. By the way, you just heard Jim Heck there on that commercial. If you see him tonight, wish him happy birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, Jimmy's birthday today. Shoes will inbound on the side here. 23-10 Teutopolis. They led by 14. They run Smith down low in hopes of getting the catch and a layup, but St. Anthony fouled to make sure that didn't happen. Bryson Wall.
Yeah, Bryson Wall with the pass interference call is basically how that worked out.
That's right.
He got to Smith before the ball did and commits his first.
T-Town gets a first down. And they inbound the ball. Pass interference on make first down, right?
Well, it depends on if it's a playoff game or not, I guess.
I guess. Hardick to the rack for the Shoes. He left hands it up and in. Count the basket, and he's got an and one coming. Wall was pretty sure he was set. Not a popular call on certain sides of the gym.
And it's just the nature of that call, but the problem for Wall is he just picked up 2 fouls back-to-back. It's the team's 6th. But credit Hardick with the aggressive drive to the hoop, and I would have gone with the block there. It looked like Wall was still sliding a little bit, trying to get into position.
Foul shot short, and Wall gets the rebound. By the way, 6 different kids have scored for Teutopolis. That is worth noting. You hear a lot about Smith and Weber, and deservedly so, but 6 different kids have scored for the Shoes here in the first half, and we've got a foul off the ball.
I think Mitch Hardick was holding Ludwig inside. We'll double check and make sure. Mike Bell has the call, and it is Hardick's first foul and the team's 4th.
Common foul. Next Bulldog foul will put the Shoes at the line, but just 4, as Matt said, on St. Anthony. Fearday with the ball, drives it inside, no room there. Back out top, the catch by Antrim, and Logan pulls it out and goes right side with it to Fearday. Now to Wall, left side Antrim, drives the baseline. They get it to Ludwig. Back in the corner, Antrim the catch. Spin move. Now he's in trouble, and he gets it to Dust. Boy, they've really taken Dust out of the ball game.
And that's what I was just getting ready to say. It's easy to say, but you need to try to find Dust for a look or two here.
Antrim in for a 2. A little strong. Clint Weber the rebound for T-Town. 25-10 Teutopolis. Antrim came flying down the floor. Thought he had an angle for a steal. Instead, he ran into Smith, and that's a foul on Antrim.
And Antrim picks up his first foul, and it should be a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Correct.
As it's the team's 7th.
So Dawson Smith headed to the line here for the Shoes. St. Anthony just 10 points so far in the game, and we have 3:22 left in the first half or second quarter. I couldn't make up my mind. Smith's foul shot good.
You were right either way. That's the good thing.
Foul shot good. Dawson with 9. There's a 16-point lead. T-Town keeps sailing off into the sunset here. Smith's second one too strong. Dust the rebound for the Bulldogs. Off to Webb. Dust, Webb, Fearday, Wall, and Ludwig out there right now for St. Anthony. Aaron Webb right side to Ludwig. Top of the key to Dust, left side Webb. He can unload a 3 for you. Goes down low to Fearday. Shot over 2, blocked by Weber, but right back to Fearday. And then Fearday tried to get it over to Dust, and it's knocked away out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Boy, that was an emphatic block as Weber came from the weak side to help out, and he helped pretty good.
And he kept it in bounds. You know, a lot of those shot blockers swatted out of bounds. You keep it in bounds, your team's got a shot at getting it. Fearday didn't get it to the inside, came outside instead. Dust, right side to Wall. Holds, cross-court pass. Dust loads it up for three. No good. Rebound, Drace rips it out of there for T-Town. Off to Undgren. He busts it down the floor, tried to get it to Weber. It's knocked away out of bounds by St. Anthony.
Boy, on the other end, that was a great box out and rebound by T-Town. They pretty much had the whole area secured, and Drace actually ended up fending off a couple of them to get that board for the Shoes.
T-Town brings Jordan Hardick back in. They get Mitch Hardick a break, so one Hardick for another.
That's good for us.
Yes, that's right. The only one kid with the same last name rule. Undgren was going to inbound it, and then the kid moved, and he lost the handle on it, and it fell inbounds, and St. Anthony grabbed it. T-Town's second turnover.
That was unusual.
That's very, Inside Dust. Shot blocked by Weber. Weber got him up the side of the body, and a foul on Weber. Dust's going to the line here to shoot two. Got him off his feet.
Yeah, and Dust with a nice little move towards the baseline and took it right at Weber, and I think that's what St. Anthony's got to do here as they try to kind of reestablish themselves at the end of the quarter.
2:22 to go before halftime. Dust's foul shot's good. Jacob has 3 points. And it's not because he's missed a lot. It's because he hasn't had many chances.
Yeah, he's taken 2 threes and 2 twos up until this point. And it just seems, and like I said, it's so easy from up here. But it seems like St. Anthony's had opportunities to get him the ball in the post, and he can create for himself or maybe create for others when they collapse on it.
We do have a better angle up here.
Yes.
That's second one good.
Yes.
So Jacob has 4, and that cuts the deficit to 14. It's 26-12 T-10. Dawson Smith brings it down across the timeline, goes to the hole, puts it up and in, and there you go. That's pretty easy.
That was a simple screen, and nobody could stay with Smith after he got the pick out top.
He's got 11 already. Shoes back up 16. Webb with the ball for St. Anthony. Side, Ludwig drives in. Now he's covered up. Out to Webb. Tries a three. Short. Rebound. Nobody yet. Fearday and Wall were there, and they combined to lose it out of bounds. So it'll be T-Town basketball.
Well, that shot from Webb was very short. I'm not sure if somebody actually tipped it out there or what happened for sure, but either way, it's off of St. Anthony when they battled for the board.
Undgren inbounded it to Smith, and Dawson across the half line. Minute 44 to go before the break. Shoes by 16, matching their biggest lead. Clint Weber at the high post. Gets it away to Jordan Hardick. He gets it knocked loose, then grabs it back. Out top, Smith the catch. He drives in on 2, can't shoot. Side, Hardick, corner 3, no good. Back of the rim, and a foul underneath. I think Undgren got Webb.
Yeah, that would be the call I would suspect, as Undgren was trying to get in there for that rebound, and Webb had position, and Undgren just pushed him from behind. It's his first, team 6th with a minute 22 to play in the second.
So Jordan Hardick sits down, and Lucas Drace is back in now for T-Town. 28-12 Teutopolis with a minute 19 to go in the second quarter. Shoes have led since 7-6. And the ball's kicked by Undgren. He just about picked Webb's pocket, but got it with a foot, and so it's out of bounds on the side here.
It was a kick, then a pick. And
Yes.
that doesn't work.
Unless you got the click to pick. But
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's baseball. All right, Ludwig gets it down low. The catch by Dust puts it up short. Rebound, hustling to the corner. Webb, no, it's Undgren, went into the stands. So it is Smith down there going in the stands. Ludwig tries to lean in, tried to get a shot off. He got tied up in a jump. Clint Weber got on top of that shot, and a jump's called. And the alternate possession will keep it with St. Anthony. Antrim in for Webb for St. Anthony. Brandenburger's back for Wall.
And everybody was mad in the gym after that play because St. Anthony fans wanted a foul on Weber. T-Town fans wanted Ludwig called for the offensive foul as he really leaned in.
I think that's when the officials are doing a great job and they got everybody mad.
Yeah.
Dust corner. Antrim drives the baseline now to Dust in the lane. Shot for two, no good. Charlie Haney back in, gets the rebound. Antrim picks his pocket, and then a foul on Haney trying to get it back. And Antrim's headed to the line to shoot a one and bonus. Third turnover on Teutopolis in the quarter.
Haney's first foul, team's 7th.
Mike Bell signaled 1 and 1,
Okay.
so before the shot.
It sounded like that's what happened. I had all kinds of stats to try to write down there.
Don't you hate it when things happen in a hurry like that? Antrim short on the front of the 1 and 1, and Evan Wormert grabs the rebound for T-Town. Shoes lead at 28-12. 35 seconds left before halftime.
They're dominating the glass as well as the points in this ball game thus far.
Catch by Drayson. He just managed to avoid the over and back.
That's good footwork out there.
I wasn't sure there was enough room to land on that side of the half line.
Good thing he doesn't have 15s on.
He'd have been in a world of hurt, wouldn't he? Weber to Ungren, and T-Town says, let's talk. They're going to set up a last-second shot here. Back in a minute. We're at Teutopolis at Shoes 28, St. Anthony 12 on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
15 seconds left before halftime. It's 28-12 Teutopolis. Weber with the ball. Now Smith. Shoes trying to add to the 16-point lead. They fire it to the corner. Ungren the catch and the shot, and it's too strong. Put back by Wormert, no good. Weber's tap, no good. Weber's shot, no good. They had 4 bites at the apple, couldn't get it to go in. But they kept St. Anthony from scoring. So, 16-point lead for the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. We're at T-Town at a warm J.H. Griffin Gym. At halftime, Teutopolis 28, St. Anthony 12. Halftime show on the way in 2 minutes on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel or Kurt Strohmeyer at 347-9697.
I'm looking at signs in the stand. We've got the Happy Birthday Lauren Harmon corner down there. I think she's 14 today, if I remember right. We had her on the birthday show this morning. So I don't know everybody's birthday, but we know a lot of them. Here at halftime, though, the game's the thing, and it's Teutopolis by a bunch. They're up 28-12 here at halftime. Now, if you're St. Anthony, you might be glad that you've held T-Town to 28 points. Yeah. But you got a big problem that you've only scored 12. So they're going to have to work on that on the offensive end of things. It was 13-6 after the first quarter, and then the Shoes outscored them 15-6 in the second quarter. So 28-12 Shoes by 16 here at halftime. Last time St. Anthony was ahead was 6-5. Shoes went ahead 7-6, and they led it ever since. It was again 13-6 after the first quarter, now 28-12 here at halftime. Scoring won't take long for the Bulldogs, and that's unfortunate for them. Luke Ludwig with 4 points, Jacob Dust with 4 points, and Logan Antrim with 4 points, and that's their 12. Jack Haney and Caden Fearday and Bryson Wall and Alex Brandenberger and Quentin Millville and Aaron Webb have all played, but they are yet to score. St. Anthony 6 each quarter for 12 here at halftime. For the Shoes, Dawson Smith has 11 points, so he scored almost as many as St. Anthony has. Clint Weber has 6, Evan Wormert 5, Mitch Hardick 2, Luke Undgren 2, Charlie Haney 2, Lucas Drace and Jordan Hardick have both played as well. They haven't scored. 13 and 15 for T-Town's 28. So 28-12. Shoes lead the Bulldogs by 16 here at halftime. Matt Stats, Luke Bryan, and more on the way in a minute on the halftime show here on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
At Teutopolis at halftime, it's Shoes 28, St. Anthony 12, and Matt's going to tell you why.
You got one team shooting 52% and another team shooting 28%. That tells a lot of the story, but not all. T-Town is 12 of 23 from the field at 52%, 2 of 4 at the free throw line for 50%, 1 of 5 from three-point range at 20%. St. Anthony 5 of 18 from the field at 28%, 2 of 3 at the free throw line, 67%. They're 0 of 5 from three-point land. So the three-point shot not much of a factor, free throws not much of a factor, shooting percentage is, and rebounds is. T-Town out-rebounding St. Anthony by my count 16-8 on the boards here in the first half. And each team has committed 5 turnovers thus far, so that is balanced. So you're talking rebounds and shooting percentage, and that's really added up to the 16-point advantage here at halftime. Teutopolis' Dawson Smith is 4 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 at the line. He has 11 points and 4 rebounds. Clint Weber is 3 of 6 from the field. He has 6 points and 3 rebounds. But, of course, until those last 2 shots, he was 3 for 4 when they were trying to put him in at the buzzer there. Wormert was 2 of 3 from the field with 5 points and 2 rebounds. Mitch Hardick, 1 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 at the free throw line. He has 2 points at halftime with a couple of rebounds. Luke Undgren is 1 of 3 from the field with 2 points. Lucas Dray is 0 for 1 from the field. He does have a rebound. Jordan Hardick is 0 for 1 from the field. And Charlie Haney's 1 of 2 from the field with 2 points. But he's grabbed 4 rebounds in pretty limited minutes, to be quite honest, in the first half of action. St. Anthony's Luke Ludwig is 2 for 4 from the field with 4 points. Jack Haney's 0 for 1 at this point in time. He does have a rebound. Jacob Dust, 1 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line. He has 4 points and 3 rebounds. Caden Fearday's 0 for 2 with a rebound. Logan Antrim, 2 for 4 from the floor. He made both of their field goals in the second quarter. Logan was 0 for 1 from the free throw line with 4 points. Bryson Wall grabbed 3 rebounds in the first half, and Aaron Webb is 0 for 1 from the floor. As those are the stats here in the first half of action as Teutopolis leads 28-12 over St. Anthony.
Thank you, Matt. Let's send it back to the sports desk. See what scores Brian Dust has for us, sir.
We do have some scores and even one final, but sticking with boys basketball first. After 1 quarter, Neoga trails Red Hill. Red Hill leading 20-16. Other scores of area interest at the half. Charleston holds a 46-38 lead over Taylorville, and a great game for Mattoon so far. They led most of the first half versus Lincoln. But now Lincoln has taken the lead after 3 quarters, 43-41. Again, that's over Mattoon. And also at the half, KZ Westfield holds a 25-16 lead over Flora. In girls basketball, one final so far. Effingham defeated Mattoon tonight, 42-36. That's your scores.
Thank you, Brian. And we'll mention again, Teutopolis is playing in their 8th grade regional championship game tonight against Lawrenceville Parkview. We've got, it's been so confusing. And we apologize if I've messed things up, because I'm sure I have. But bottom line is we have that one 8th grade game to decide tonight. And then whoever wins that will head off to sectional next Wednesday. But best of success to the Rockets tomorrow. ALIS headed to state tournament play down at Ren Lake College tomorrow. That's where Matt Robinson's going to be. He's going to sleep fast. And because you play, what, 10:45?
10:45, yep, that's our game. And we play St. Mark's out of Steelville. So it's going to be an interesting game. We'll see how things go.
Absolutely. Made it to the state tournament. Got that to hang on to and then build on that. So wish you success too. And tomorrow we have basketball. Again, we'll have the Effingham Hearts boys game. This is the 3rd time they've tried to play this game against Muhammad Seymour. Hopefully they're going to get her done tomorrow. There is no problem with the weather. Maybe a little fog in the morning. That's all we got to worry about. So we ought to be fine. So 1 o'clock on the JV game at EHS. 2:30 we're assuming as far as the varsity game. And Dustin White and I'll have that for you tomorrow afternoon.
That should be a fun ball game as Effingham's kind of chomping at the bit again to take the court a little bit, I'd say. And also, if you haven't been basketballed out, I think that North Clay Altamont matchup is a rematch or a rescheduled game from a game that was weathered out earlier in the season. That's going to be fun at Altamont. I believe that's tomorrow evening.
That sounds right. And the guys talked all through the NTC tournament last week about all the matchups they still have to come. And hey, don't forget that we still have St. Anthony and Altamont coming up. Not this week, but the next week. So that ought to be fun. The rematch of the championship game of the conference tournament. Thank you, Rich. Rich Nieberge, not only a great broadcaster here, but he also helps with the water. Thank you, Rich. See, one good voice.
He understands.
Helps out these guys up here.
He might have been a little more enthusiastic at the beginning of the ball game.
All right, T-Town gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Obviously, St. Anthony's got to score some points.
And they come out in a little different look defensively, playing a 2-3 zone, but man, is it extended.
28-12 as we start the second half. Shoes with a 16-point lead in the ball, and Dawson Smith drives it inside, puts it up too strong, and Jacob Dust the rebound for St. Anthony. To Logan Antrim down to Luke Ludwig, who drives the baseline, kicks it to the corner to Caden Fearday, who drives in, shoots a 2, and it's in and out, no good. Man, they look good.
Yes, it did.
And Mitch Hardick, the rebound for T-Town. And here come the Shoes. Catch on the baseline. Undgren, the floater for 2, and he got it. Whoa, that was pretty. Luke Undgren with 4, and so it's T-Town that scores first in the second half. 30-12. Fearday left side for St. Anthony out to Haney. Jack the bounce pass inside. Dust, turn around, shot short. Man, rebound Wormert for T-Town. So this is not the way the Bulldogs won this second half to start. Wormert underneath, knocked loose from Undgren by Ludwig. It'll stay with Teutopolis. Luke was saying,
Luke definitely got a hand on it, but he kind of thought Undgren might have hit it last as it was headed out of bounds, but the official was right there.
Undgren inbounds deep. The catch by Smith. Shot for 3. Good. Dawson Smith, man, catch and release, right? He catches it out there and he releases it for a 3.
And he's 6 of 7, or excuse me, he is 5 of 7 from the field now in this ball game. Just very efficient.
And friends, that's a 21-point lead now for the Shoes. Inside Dust working hard. Layup came off, but there's Ludwig with the putback. Luke has 6. That makes it 33-14. We played a minute and a half, and the Bulldogs get a bucket. High post Weber. Clint one dribble and says, come get this thing. And Wormert does. To Hardick. Back out to Wormert. Swings it left side to Hardick. Mitch gets it back out to Wormert. Now right side. They'll try over there. Smith says, give it to me. He goes the hole, lays it up. Got fouled at least once. Shot's no good. He'll be going to the line to shoot 2, though.
He did a great job of splitting the defenders, and as he got into the lane, there was just nothing left for St. Anthony to do but foul, and it's whistled on Caden Fearday. There was about 3 Bulldogs that could have been called, but it's Fearday's first.
Smith just can accelerate to the basket so quickly. It's like one step, and he can go from the foul line to the baseline. It's something. Missed the first foul shot. We were bragging about him, so he missed the foul shot. He has 14 points already, though. Foul shot, good. So a miss and a make. Dawson Smith with 15. 2 minutes into the second half. Bulldogs trail by 20. Fearday to Haney. Jack looking inside. Boy, there's no room there. So out to Antrim. Bounce pass to Dust. Now to Haney. Jack drives baseline, lost the handle, gets it back and out to Dust. Jacob goes baseline, shot no good, blocked by Weber, and the rebound Smith. He throws it down court, and Logan Antrim steals it back for St. Anthony. He puts it up and got it. Smith did a good job of getting back, but Antrim got the shot away in time, and it's good. Antrim was 6, and it's 34-16. Underneath, wow, Undgren got loose from everybody, and a reverse layup, good. So much for Weber, and Smith score all the points. That's 6 now for Undgren, and it's 36-16. Haney right side, cross-court pass to Antrim. Logan on the dribble, now off to Ludwig, goes down low, and what do we call here?
An illegal screen set out top, and it's whistled on Jack Haney as he was moving a little bit and then extended his hands a little bit, and that's an easy call to make. It's his third and the team's second, and that's also a St. Anthony turnover, their first of the third quarter.
So the turnover gives the ball back to the Shoes. They already lead by 20. They've been up 21. Wormert for 3, and he hits. Evan Wormert with 8. Who are you going to stop?
Shoes are 4 of 5 from the field now in this quarter.
Who are you going to stop? Leads 23. Fearday corner 3 for St. Anthony, no good. Mitch Hardick the rebound for T-Town. Down court to Smith. Smith in the lane, lost it. Here comes Fearday for the Bulldogs. Going to the hole, puts it up, no good, and he got called for a charge. He just kept coming, and Hardick was standing in the lane and took the charge, and a Bulldog turnover.
That's just a tremendous effort by Mitch Hardick to get back and to get set and draw that charge. That's second foul on Fearday, team's third, and St. Anthony has a couple of turnovers now in the quarter as well.
4.5 to go in the third. St. Anthony trails by 23. Shoes with the ball. Dawson Smith right side to Hardick. Mitch puts it on the floor, brings it back out top, lost the handle on it, and it's grabbed by Brandenburger for St. Anthony. Boy, it just slipped away.
The round ball looked like a football there.
Fearday in the lane, shot
nice.
Over 2, no good. Rebound, T-Town. Dawson Smith off to the races, takes it in against Logan Antrim, missed the shot. He got fouled. He's going to the line. Fearday, I think, got a little late on defense. Got fans over here wanting to count the basket. Well, that would be a problem since it didn't go in. So 2 at the line here for Dawson Smith.
Fearday's third foul now in the ball game, team's fourth.
39-16 T-Town. We're halfway through the third quarter. Was back and forth the first few baskets, and it's been T-Town ever since. Smith rattles the first one good. 16 for Dawson. Wall's back in for St. Anthony for Fearday. Webb's back in for St. Anthony for Ludwig. Millville's back in for St. Anthony for Antrim. And Jack Elder's in for St. Anthony for Jacob Dust. So 4 changes for the Bulldogs, as Brandenburger's the only one that stayed. Smith's foul shot, no good. And the rebound, Jack Elder for St. Anthony. So it's Elder and Millville working out top. And then you got Brandenburger and Wall, and Webb's out here now too. Millville with the ball. Quinton gets the ball to Jack Elder. Left side to Brandenburger. To the free throw line. Can't shoot. Now to Webb on the wing. Stops at the free throw line. Left side Millville. Quinton brings it back out top. Tries to drive on 2. Can't. So off the wall. Now to Brandenburger. Drives it inside. Runner for 2 is short. But Elder the rebound. The putback's good. So nice work by the junior. Jack Elder gets his first basket, and it's 40-18. So it was 24 right there before that shot. And here's the three by Mr. Dawson Smith. Smith with 19 now, and it's 43-18. Webb on the other end shoots for two, no good, and a foul on the rebound. Lundgren got the ball, but I think he might have got the foul.
Yeah, he pushed off a little bit as he was behind the St. Anthony player. I believe was Elder who had established position. Somebody had for sure. And Lundgren got called for the same foul he got called for in the first half. He has two now in the game.
Wormert sits down for T-Town, and Drace is back in. 43-18, T-Town by 25. Millville to Wall for St. Anthony. Wall drives down low, spin move, can't shoot out to Elder. Now to Webb. Aaron at the head of the key, still on the dribble. Gives it to Wall, right side Millville. Goes, well, no, he doesn't go to the baseline. Spins it back out top to Elder. Left side Brandenburger. Alex to Wall. They tried to do the cut, and Webb got his pass. It never got to Webb because the Shoes steal it, and then down goes Smith again, flying out of bounds as he got fouled again. You know, one thing that worries about me is here's a kid that they pretty much had to put back together. He had so many things wrong with him physically. I kind of get nervous, Matt, when he goes flying out of bounds on those fouls.
Yeah, and Bryson Wall's getting back and preventing the layup, and it's nothing malicious.
Yeah.
He's just making sure he's not getting the ball up above the rim, which is what you do in that scenario, and force him to the free throw line. But yeah, he does land awkward a lot, and that can be dangerous to say the least on Wall's third foul and the team's fifth.
20 now for Dawson Smith. It's 44-18. The Shoes just continue to pull away. Smith hits them both. 21 for Dawson Smith, and we're still in the third quarter. It's 45-18 now. The lead is 27 for the Shoes. 18 points for the Bulldogs, and we've played way over a half. Millville baseline, got it to Wall, can't shoot, out to Brandenburger. Corner, Millville, three, got it. So, Quentin Millville hits a three. That makes it 45-21. So St. Anthony, 9 points this quarter after 6 each of the first two, man. Smith with the ball, hassled mightily, gets it into Weber. He can't shoot and threw it over in the general direction of Lundgren. He dove for it but couldn't get there, and T-Town turns it over for the fourth time.
Yeah, that's one thing that's picked up for each team is turnovers. T-Town has 4 and St. Anthony has 3. Granted, a couple of them were charges.
You know, we talked about Jacob Webb earlier. Jacob does not having many shots. Weber's not had too many shots for T-Town, especially in this third quarter.
Hadn't shot it once yet.
Elder with the ball. Now Webb for St. Anthony. Bounce pass to Wall. Bryson gives it off to Millville. Millville to the free throw line, now into the lane. Now what? Got it knocked loose by Lundgren, gets it back, gives the ball to Webb, reverse layup, too strong. And Lundgren the rebound for T-Town. Got it away to Drace, going coast to coast. No, he gave it to Hardick on the baseline, shot too strong. Weber got the putback and got fouled. So after the miss, Weber the rebound, he put it back up and in, and he drew a St. Anthony foul.
So you talked about Weber not having a shot, and there he is grabbing the offensive board and putting it back up and in as the foul was committed on Wall. That's Bryson's 4th now in the ball game.
So he stays in here with 1:19 to go. Foul shot good. So I don't know whether something might be wrong with Dust. There's the and one. He made it. Weber with 9 now, and it's 48-21. Brandenburger at the free throw line to Elder. Elder drives down low. They block him, so back out to Webb. Webb head of the key to Wall. Wall puts it on the floor, tries to back in against 2 defenders. Corner, Millville, 3, good. So Quentin Millville's hit 2 big threes here for the Bulldogs. That makes it 48-24.
He's matched with the leading scorer in the ball game for the Bulldogs.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Lundgren beats feet across the half line here for T-Town. Left side to Smith. Dawson looking, catch at the free throw line to Hardick, pardon me. Smith shot over 2, no good, got the rebound, gets it safely off to Hardick, and a foul. I think Brandenburger got whacked upside the head, and he's going to get the foul too. That's a tough trip for Alex.
Alex has his 2nd foul of the ball game, and Hardick will head to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity as that's the team's 7th.
So Alex is checking the nose as he lines up along the lane. Here's the foul shot for Hardick, and it's no good. But there's Weber for the rebound. Out top, Ungren with it. Now to Smith. We're down to 25 seconds in the third quarter. Looks like Shoes want to go for the last one here. Dawson brings it out top to Ungren. 15 seconds now. Ungren, high post, Weber the catch. Hardick, Drace, Hardick, down low the catch by Weber, and he got called for the walk. So the Shoes will not get the last shot of the quarter.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think. As quick as I said that, I said you watch, though. And a change real quick. Evan Addis is going to check in for T-Town. Evan's first action tonight. He usually plays a lot for this Shoes ball club. He sits down Ungren with the fouls. 8.5 seconds left. Let's see if St. Anthony can get a little closer here at the end of the third quarter. Millville across midcourt. Left side pass. Brandenburger, 3, blocked. At least Hardick, I think, got a piece of it because it came off at a bad angle. That ends the third quarter. Shoes by 24 as we go to the fourth. After 3 here at Teutopolis. Shoes 48, St. Anthony 24 on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Fourth quarter, T-Town by a bundle. They lead St. Anthony 48-24. They've been up by 27. St. Anthony gets the ball to start the fourth quarter. Starters are back in for St. Anthony. Dust in the lane, squirms, shoots, no good. Affected by Weber, and Weber ends up with a rebound for T-Town. So here come the Shoes. Leading by 24. Third rated team in the state in Class 2A, and I can't imagine the two teams that are better. Inside, Smith shot partially affected and no good, and Antrim the rebound for St. Anthony to Dust. Dust the catch, can't shoot, and he got fouled. I think Weber might have been hanging on.
Weber or Ungren from behind.
Ungren, okay.
Ungren got whistled for his third foul, but just the team's third of the half.
So St. Anthony basketball on the baseline. Antrim wants to inbound, wants to lob, and he does. And the catch in the lane by Ludwig. Struggles to get a shot away, and he got fouled. Going up for the shot, they say, and he's going to get 2 at the line here.
Yeah, Clint Weber whistled for the personal. He was trying for another block. He's got 5 blocked shots in the ball game. But that one, they said he got him with the body with a little bit of a push, and I had said that was the team's third earlier. I was just a little ahead of myself. That's the team's third now, and Weber's second.
You knew it was coming. Ludwig's foul shot good. Luke has 7, makes it 48-25. 7:18 to go in this one. We'll visit with both coaches on the post-game show. Ludwig's second one, good. Bounced around, fell in. Luke with 8, and it's 48-26. Wormert looks to get it inbounded for T-Town, and finally Hardick got loose. Takes it. They get it back to Wormert. Now to Smith. He was open on the 3 and now pulls it down and gets it instead in the corner to Hardick. He was right by Coach, so I wonder whether Chet might have said, let's make a couple of more passes here. They go inside to Weber, and it's stolen by St. Anthony, so that didn't work out. Antrim quickly down the floor to Haney. Jack gets it cross court to Fearday. Now to Antrim. Antrim down the lane. Turns around. Shot for 2. Rolls off no good. Rebound grabbed by Hardick for T-Town. Off to Smith. Throws it underneath. Great catch by Wormert to Ungren. To Hardick, who lost the handle on it. Well, a couple of good passes, but not good enough. And Chet Reeder wants to chat. 6:37 to go, back in 30. It's T-Town 48, St. Anthony 26 here at Teutopolis on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Schubach's got some choreography going over there. Very nice. That's another thing you got to worry about when you're choosing a college. Who has the best fan section? Because, I mean, you're going with a game, aren't you? 48-26 T-Town, 6.5 to go. Shoes have led since 7-6. That was a long time ago. Ludwig tried to get it into Webb, or to Dust. I keep saying Webb. Knocked away out of bounds. Bulldogs will retain possession. Tomorrow afternoon, remember, we have Effingham and Mahomet Seymour, 2:30 on that one. That'll be here on 97.9 XFM at EHS. Antrim drives it inside, can't shoot. Dust can. Shot short. Rebound, and gets grabbed by Hardick for T-Town. Down to Wormert. Now to Hardick. Now to Wormert. Wow, St. Anthony getting their hands on lots of passes, and there's a reach in and a foul on Ludwig.
Yeah, they got the ball knocked away, but it's going to be a one-on-one opportunity, and they went with Haney on the foul. So that is Jack's fourth foul.
Okay. Luke Ludwig even clapped his hands. He thought it was on him. But it's not. It's on Jack Haney. So to the line, Wormert. Foul shot good. Evan Wormert has 9 now. 49-26. Shoes by 23. They've led by 27 in this one. 6:06 remaining. Shoes looking to go to 22-3 with a win. Wormert's foul shot good. Evan in double figures with 10. And it's 50-26. Bulldogs have the starters out there still as we start the fourth quarter. Antrim on the dribble, working on the point to Fearday. Fearday puts it up for 3. Got it. Went around Dust and then drained the 3. Caden Fearday's first 3 points of the game. 50-29. Good catch underneath. Hardick shot blocked by Dust. And then we got a foul on Dust. Whoa. I'm surprised. Could you tell?
Yeah.
I mean, the shot was blocked, and then even the officials are talking about it.
Trying to determine if it's a shooting foul or it was after the shot.
Well, I didn't think there was even a foul, but shows what I know. Count the basket. And no foul. Is that what they're saying? I think the shot went in. Was it goaltending? Maybe they're calling goaltending.
Okay.
That's what they're calling. They're calling goaltending, Matt.
Okay. I had my head down right in the stat, so I didn't see it. So no foul. It's a goaltend.
And the shot was Wormert.
Okay. I thought you'd said Hardick, but I could be wrong.
I'm sorry. It was Hardick. I'm sorry. I got so busy watching the administration of the foul that wasn't. So basket for Hardick. Thank you. Mitch has 4. And then as they bring it down the floor, the ball's knocked out of bounds. And another foul.
On Hardick. He has his second now. So you get the 2 points, Hardick, but we're going to call you for a foul. Here's a little bit later, I guess. I don't know.
One trip up and down the floor, you know.
Yeah.
Now we got that lined out. So it's 52-29 if you're keeping score at home. I'll bet you are. Antrim drives it inside, lays it up and in. Good left-hand layup by Antrim.
He is going to be a handful with his quickness.
Just a sophomore, friends. Hardick tried to get it underneath the Weber for a jam, and the ball's knocked loose. Good defense by St. Anthony. Now we've got a jump. And the alternate possession will keep it with T-Town.
Hardick lobbed it, and it was almost like he didn't see dust in front of Weber, and I don't know how that could be possible.
He's hard to miss.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying he was there, and dust went up and knocked the pass away, and then ultimately the scramble for the loose ball ended up in a jump. T-Town will inbound from under their basket.
Smith into Weber. Back to Smith. Out top, Drace with the ball. He's in for Undgren. Smith down the lane. Hardick the catch. Knocked loose by Fearday, but there's Weber to stick it back up and in. Wow. Clint Weber with 11, and it's 54-31. Down court, St. Anthony had it. They got it to dust and went through Jacobs' hands out of bounds. It's been a frustrating night for the big junior.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I think he was making his move to the basket before he actually secured the ball with the catch, and that's St. Anthony's first turnover of the quarter.
Hardick down now for T-Town, and they bring Wormert back in. So it's Wormert, Grace, Smith, Undgren, and Weber. That's who's out there for the Shoes right now. They have the ball in a 54-31 lead with 4:44 to go. And a ball knocked away out of bounds by Haney. It'll stay with T-Town. So this isn't, I think, what a lot of people expected.
No.
I thought it, I suppose, hope nobody hates me, I thought T-Town would likely win, especially at home. I had no idea it would be 23 points.
It's a high school basketball game.
Yeah.
You just never know, and T-Town's come out and played very well, especially in the first 3 quarters.
That's why Matt and I come and do these games, because we don't know what to expect either. Smith, the catch, the shot, good. Wow. That's a great pass first, and a nice catch by Smith. Dawson with 23. On the other end, Dust puts it up and off, no good for St. Anthony, and Weber another rebound. Clears it to Wormert. Evan across the half line. They trap him there. Found Undgren, though. Now he's caught. Help. He got away finally to Drace. Now back to Undgren, who'd gone into backcourt but got back in time. Now Drace, baseline, Smith, no look pass, layup, Wormert, good.
Well, that was pretty, and it was just an underhand shuffle with the left hand from Smith, and Wormert hit him on the money, and now Wormert on this end is called for a block before the shot.
Fearday came blowing down the floor here for St. Anthony, got it inside and a foul before the shot, so it's out of bounds. The Bulldogs still a common foul. And a 5 for 5. Got a line change for St. Anthony here with 3:54 left. And we're seeing the same thing for T-Town as Smith and Weber leave, and they get a big old round of applause from the Shoes fans, of whom there are many. Quentin Millville's back. He gets it into Jack Elder. We talked about them in the first half. Millville and Aaron Webb is back, and so's Alex Brandenberger and Bryson Wall. That's a 5 out there now for St. Anthony. Head of the key, Wall the catch. Right side to Webb. Aaron to the free throw line. Over to Brandenberger. Shot for 3. No good. Rebound T-Town. Grabbed by Wormert. So it's Wormert and Undgren. And Andrew Simmons is in, the 6'2 senior for the Shoes. Charlie Haney's back. And Drace stayed. And now we have a timeout so more Shoes fans can cheer because 3 more subs come in. Noah Prupst's in, 6'5 senior. Noah Prupst, by the way, just signed a cross-country letter of intent to run down at KC. So congratulations to him. I'm going to get that picture posted soon. And Asa Hansen's in, the 6' senior. And we'd mentioned Smith and Charlie Haney, and Braden Wills in, a 6'7 senior. So that's who's out there for T-Town now. Charlie Haney got it knocked away from behind into the T-Town cheerleaders. It'll stay with the Shoes. And we're down to 3:20 to play. Prupst will inbound for T-Town. Noah waits and waits and waits and tried to get it to Simmons, and it's loose, and now there's a scrum, and oh, the humanity. And everybody slid out of bounds. So I don't know how they're going to call this one.
Kevin Grigg was right there, and he just points T-Town's way. So apparently St. Anthony was the first player to touch the ball and be out of bounds.
I think he was safe. So anyway, they get the ball inbounded. Will with the ball, or excuse me, I'm going to get that right in a minute. Prupst with the ball. Left side to Simmons. We're down to 3:09 to go, and the Shoes are up by 27. Ball knocked loose from Prupst, out of bounds. Last touch by the Shoes. It'll be St. Anthony ball.
So that's a Shoe turnover, their 3rd of the quarter.
Quentin Millville on the point for St. Anthony. Gets it left side with a bounce pass to Brandenberger. Pulls up for a 2. Banked it home. Got to call that, Alex. His first points makes it 58-33. His folks are down here to the right. been working on that bank shot, I guess. Prupps gets it down in the corner to Simmons. Out top, the catch by Charlie Haney. He's a pretty good target out there. Simmons has it. Right side to Hansen. Hayes it to the head of the key. Still on the dribble. Goes left side. Now lost it. But gets it away safely to Will. Here's Simmons for three. Back of the rim, no good. And look at Braden Will hustle after the rebound for St. Anthony. Prupps for two, and he got it. So Noah Prupps cashes in, makes it 60-33, and St. Anthony tries to beat the pressure down court. And Brandenburger dove out of bounds trying to get it. And I think a couple of fans were down there in the doorway and went for a tumble, but all right. My buddy Emmett Shelley was one of them that ended up prone out there on the out of bounds, but it was just, you know, everybody's down there in a little corner, and so anyway, everybody's okay. That's the bottom line. And T-Town gets the ball up court. So a turnover on St. Anthony and all that too. Hansen with the ball right side for T-Town. Second turnover on St. Anthony. Hansen drives it inside, lays it up and in. So the senior cashes in, and it's 62-33.
He put on a heck of a move with the dribble there. I'm not sure he knew what he was doing the whole time, but it ended up getting himself open for the layup.
Elder with the ball for St. Anthony. Shot for two. Short rebound. Wall. Bryson's looking for help and gets it out to Brandenburger. Right side to Millville. Now to Webb. Aaron spins, gets loose, lays it up and in. Nice move to the hole, and then a foul besides. So there's Aaron Webb's first bucket of the night. Makes it 62-35, and he has the and one coming here with 1:19 to go.
And that foul went against Simmons, his first, team sixth, but Webb with the bruise and the bucket, trying to get the free throw to go as well.
And he did. So he has three, and it's 62-36. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon we have Effingham playing host to Muhammad Seymour in Apollo Conference Boys action. Remember, the JV game's at 1, so the varsity game ought to be about 2:30 tomorrow afternoon at EHS. Hear that here on 97.9 XFM. Then we got basketball Monday and Tuesday, and then the T-Town shootout Saturday. Here's a three for Simmons. Rims out, no good. Rebound Brock Daters, who sneaked in there on me. And it's out of bounds off him. It'll be St. Anthony ball. And now Brock Daters sits down. That's cameo for Brock. And they get, let's see, who hasn't made an appearance yet?
Is that Matthew Daters?
Well, he might be wearing 52 instead of 54. I don't see a 54, so
yeah.
Yes. Smart money is that's Matthew Daters.
That's the best guess at this point.
Wearing 52. Somebody tells me I'm wrong. That's okay with me. St. Anthony, meanwhile, has Eli Moore in and Craig Croy in and Kenan Walsh in and Connor Walk in and who else is in there for the Bulldogs? Grant Nuxall. Here's a shot for two, no good by Walsh. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be T-Town ball with 25 seconds left.
And I cheated. That is Daters 52.
Thank you. I think we've named everybody who's playing, has played, or might play. Down to 19 seconds left. Noah Prupps being a guard out there. Fires underneath. Simmons reverse layup, and he got it to go. Everybody scores. 64-36, 5 seconds left in this one.
And you got to love the bench. They're on their feet for these kids that are getting points that help them every day in practice.
Shot at the buzzer by Walsh, no good, and that's the show. Well, Teutopolis didn't lead it start. Oh, we got a foul.
Yeah, they
can't end the game.
Are going to have a foul here. I think it's maybe Hansen or Daters that committed it.
So it's two at the line here for Kenan Walsh for St. Anthony before the game's ended. So Walsh with a chance to make it a little closer. 64-36 at the moment. You heard the buzzer too, but Kenan Walsh got fouled. Foul shot, no good. Kenan says, thanks, everybody's looking.
Yeah.
You got another one coming though. Puts it up and got it. So a miss and a make. So Kenan Walsh in the book with his point. And the final score. Do we have to inbound it to really make it official? No.
No.
Foul came, okay. We had the buzzer, so we're good. Final score here at Teutopolis. T-Town 64, St. Anthony 37. We'll talk with both Chet Reeder and Cody Rinker. Matt stats, Brian scores. I'll recap the scoring. It's all on the way in 2 minutes on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois post-game show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
Well, J.H. Griffin Gym is all abuzz after T-Town's win 64-37 over St. Anthony, and Bulldogs coach Cody Rinker's already here for the post-game show, so let's go ahead and saddle up Cody and we'll chat with him. Thank
Wherever
you.
You want me, Greg.
Thank you. That's fine right here. Thanks for coming up.
Yep.
Got out of hand early, didn't it?
Yeah, I did.
And to what do you attribute that to? I know real good play by T-Town, but there are a lot of factors.
We did not. We had a whole week to practice, and that was not the team I saw in practice, not the game plan we talked about. So we played right into their hands, and that's what happens when you play a good team in their house, playing into their hands. So very disappointing, and just the lack of focus mentally after those first initial few moments. Felt like we just played their game and didn't do the things that we talked about. And hats off to T-Town. Dawson and Clint came to play and showed up and took it to us. So, hats off to them. They're a good team for a reason, and, they showed it tonight.
You've used a lot of kids the last month. Line changes once in a while. Were you looking for the right combination?
Tonight I was just looking for guys that were going to play for the chest, play for the name on the chest, and that's all we were playing for there after basically the first quarter, first half, and I saw it at times and other times I didn't. So we've got to get better in big games, understand that we just got to do our job, do the little things that we talk about every day in practice, what our job is on the scout. We don't have to do any more than that. And at times when we play in big moments like this, we just did it last Saturday. We did our job when our job was called, and we did not do that tonight. So you got to learn from it and move on.
Yeah, it's one game, and I understand you can't attach too much importance to any one game. But if you see things that concern you, then that's a problem.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that concerns me is in big games we don't seem to play with the same whatever it's poise, whether it's confidence, whether I don't know. But we've got to be able to correct that here in a hurry. We got to bounce back tomorrow and play Charleston. So
yeah, not much rest. Maybe that's one good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. It's supposed to be 55 degrees. That's a good thing, and we'll put our shoes back on, tie them up, and get back at it. So
at halftime, T-Town had scored 28 points, and I mentioned to Matt, I said, 28 points and a half for T-Town. That's pretty good defense. But the offense was a problem.
Yeah, I mean, and if our goal is 45, we didn't even come close to that tonight. You give up 28 and a half, and we didn't, I don't know. We did not do the things that we need to do to win. And when you do that against a good team in their place, you're going to get your butts kicked like we did tonight.
Charleston's been down for, a while. They're finally winning some ball games this year, so that'll be a good test.
Yeah, they're a quality team. I mean, they beat Effingham earlier in the year there. They've got some quality players. They play fast. They get after you, and it'll be a nice test for us to see how we can bounce back, see how we can handle some adversity here. And, we've had plenty of adversity this year, but this is probably the biggest and most disappointing that we've had. So we'll see what we're made of, see how tough we are, if we can bounce back and get a nice win there tomorrow, heading into the last final couple weeks of the season. So.
Yeah, and that's true, man. It's knocking on the door postseason now. 2 weeks to go.
Yep, right around the corner. You got seating meeting there on Wednesday, so hopefully we can get a win there tomorrow and get another one on Tuesday and at least have a couple more going into the seating meeting. But at this point, we just got to find a way to consistently play the way we played last Saturday. And I don't know what the magic potion is, but we'll keep working at it and see what happens.
Appreciate you coming up, Cody.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. You bet. Always a pleasure to visit with Cody Rinker, even a tough situation. Again, Shoes big win, 64-37, and the Shoes improved to 22-3 with a victory. St. Anthony now at 16-8, and again, as Cody just mentioned, they're up against the Trojans tomorrow. So with that said, let's go ahead and send it to Matt. Why don't you do the stats now while we wait on chat, and then we'll talk with him. We've got scores from Brian coming up too.
Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. First for Teutopolis, they shot very well from the field. They were 25 of 42 from the field tonight overall. Every quarter they were above 50%, with the exception of the second quarter where they were 6 of 13. So they were just a tick below it in that second quarter. But all things considered, 25 of 42 from the field tonight, 9 of 14 at the free throw line, and 4 of 10 from beyond the arc for 40% there. The 25 of 42 puts them in at 59.5%. That'll win you a lot of ball games, that's for sure. And then 9 of 14 at the free throw line, not too shabby for a high school ball game. Taking a look at the flip side, St. Anthony was 14 of 42 from the field in this ball game.
If I get it right.
And 6 of 8 though at the free throw line for 75%, and 30% from three-point arc at 3 of 10. So 14 of 42, 23% there for St. Anthony, as they just struggled.
33. I thought I was right.
There you go.
They made a third of their shots.
14 rebounds for St. Anthony was a big problem, as they were out-rebounded 33-14 in this ball game by the Shoes. St. Anthony did commit just 10 turnovers. Teutopolis had 13 in the ball game. Individually, Dawson Smith, 7 of 11 from the field, 6 of 9 at the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 23 points. 12 points from Evan Wormert, as he was 4 of 5 from the field, 2 for 2 at the line with 4 rebounds in his 12. Clint Weber, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 at the free throw line, 9 rebounds to go with 11 points. Almost got himself a double-double there. Mitch Hardick was 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. He grabbed 6 rebounds to go with his 4 points. Luke Ungren was 3 for 5 in the ball game with a rebound and 6 points. Lucas Drace, 0 for 1 from the field, had a rebound in this one. Jordan Hardick was 0 for 1 in the ball game. Charlie Haney, he was 1 for 2 from the field, finished with 2 points in this one. Asa Hansen was 1 for 1 with his 2 points. By the way, Haney had 4 rebounds. Don't want to neglect that. Noah Prupst was 1 for 1 from the floor. He had 2 points. Braden Will grabbed a rebound for the Shoes. And Andrew Simmons was 1 for 3 from the field. He finished with 2 points. Brock Daters also had a rebound for Teutopolis in this one. For St. Anthony, Luke Ludwig, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line, and 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 at the line, a rebound and 8 points. Jack Haney was 0 for 1 with a rebound. Jacob Dust, 1 of 12 from the field, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, finished with 4 rebounds and 4 points. Caden Fearday, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 rebounds, 3 points. Logan Antrim was 4 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 at the free throw line. He had a rebound and 8 points. Bryson Wall grabbed 4 rebounds. Alex Brandenberger was 1 for 3 with 2 points. Quentin Melville, 2 for 3 from the field. Both of his shots that he made were 3-pointers. He finished with 6 in the ball game. Aaron Webb was 1 for 4 from the field, 1 of 2 at the line. He had 3 points. And Jack Elder was 1 for 2 from the field with a couple of rebounds and 2 points. And Kenan Walsh had those free throws right as the horn blew. They called a foul, so he got to the line where he went 1 of 2 at the charity stripe for his free throw. And those are the stats from this one, as Teutopolis gets the big victory, and it looks like Coach Reeder has made his way to the booth as well.
64-37 the final, and we'll visit with Chet now here on the post-game show. Congratulations on a good win.
Thank you, guys. It's what an atmosphere we had here tonight. I tell every time we have a home game, I tell our guys, I hope you take a moment every game before it starts to just to look around, because if you go off and play in college or you go somewhere, so you don't get this. Don't take it for granted and soak it in and appreciate it, and always enjoy what we have here. It's a pretty special place.
You've been around successful programs all your life. It was back and forth those first few trips. It was, you went ahead 7-6, and then it was kind of like see you later.
Yeah.
Maybe that's oversimplifying, but it was really effective.
Yeah, I really thought our defense could set the tone and maybe separate ourselves from it, because Cody's got a heck of a ball club, and they're playing really well right now. And we did a really good job defensively. We bought in. Everybody bought into what our plan was tonight and our schemes. And every guy that came in, they did something that helped us on the defensive end, especially.
I've seen your posts, and so I know what you're talking about when you're talking about everybody in, and everybody contributes, and everybody helps, and that's what makes a successful team.
Yeah.
But Dawson Smith was the X factor. Matt and I were talking about it, because we could think, okay, Weber, but what are they going to do with Smith? And man, he came up big tonight.
Yeah, when I was telling Steve, when he's knocking down shots, he's really hard to guard, because he's so good at getting to the rim. He's so good at finishing, and he's a really good passer. I mean, he had 5 assists tonight. He had 8 rebounds. When he's making shots from the outside, it's like good luck. We've got an exceptional tool at our hands. And Clint was, I know he didn't have the offensive numbers, but he had 8 rebounds. I think he had 3 blocks. He did an incredible job defensively. I mean, he beat Jacob to spots. He made it difficult on him. He rebounded. He had a really nice night too. It's not going to show up on the stat board as well, but both those guys, they stepped up. They're not afraid of the big moment, and we're happy they're wearing blue and gold.
And Clint was 1 point shy of a double-double, so we're talking about. I mean, it's just remarkable how consistent those guys are. And for me, Clint shooting that and hitting that 12-footer early. That was a key for me. I thought, okay, well, it's going to be a good night then for him.
He doesn't show that, but we see it in practice every day. Yeah. He'll make threes. He'll step out and shoot elbow jumpers, and he's starting to show it. I mean, Tuesday night he hit a 3. Tonight he hit that shot to start the game, and I think that was when he does that, you can kind of hear the other team go, uh-oh, because he's so good with his back to the basket. He's worked on his footwork and moves, but yeah, he's like I said, we see it every day in practice, and it's nice to see him getting the confidence to do it in a game.
But you had a lot of confident players tonight. Evan Wormert had 12 points tonight. That was huge.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew going into this year that we need that third scorer. We need that guy that can maybe average 8 to 10 for us. And Evan keeps, every week, he pushes his point per game total more and more. And he's just getting more comfortable. And the guys are trusting him more, trusting him with the ball. And, yeah, he's a really good shooter. And when he's making shots, those other guys, when they contribute on the offensive end, we're really tough.
Yeah.
We're really tough.
That third scorer, that's one more guy that your opponent has to pay attention to, and that gives more room for the big boys. It's funny how that works. Undgren got you 6, Mitch got you 4. You got good minutes from the kids off the bench, and some of the mod squad got in there at the end too. And I loved it. And Matt talked about it, not only the crowd, but your bench got so excited when those seniors that don't get a whole lot of time got to contribute tonight.
Yeah, because those guys, they push us so hard in practice because they're experienced. They know what makes each other tick. They know how to kind of jab at Clint and Dawson a little bit in practice, and it's exciting when they get in and they get to show what we see every day in practice. What we go against in practice is pretty tough, and we're very fortunate. And I tell our top guys, don't take those guys for granted. What you get to see every day is pretty good. It makes us better, and so yeah, it's always nice when they get in and those other guys become the bench mob squad a little bit.
You bet. So, I don't want to miss a chance to talk about next Saturday at the T-Town Shootout next week. And we'll be here for the Hearts game and the Bulldogs game and the Shoes game. But you got 5 games next week, and those are so much fun.
Yeah.
If somebody's got a day, they can come see a lot of great basketball.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, like we've talked about, great atmosphere, good basketball. You know, every game should be a good game. We got Central A&M coming in, one of the better teams in 1A. So, yeah, it should be an exciting day, and it'd be worth your price of admission to get in here.
Without a doubt. You're 22-3. I mean, that's a gaudy record, 3rd in the state, and all of that. How do you strike a balance to enjoy that and to embrace that, but not to let it go to anybody's heads?
Well, it's the mindset that we take. You know, our goal sheet is not filled up with, you know, we need to beat so-and-so and beat these certain teams. Our goal sheet is a bunch of goals that takes the entire season to accomplish. And our mindset has been from day one is we are coming in every time we get to lace them up and come into the gym is, are we getting better? What are we doing to get better? And it's simple. You know, it sounds corny, I know, but it's just what we do. We don't get caught up in what our record is or where we're ranked or anything like that. It is what can we do today to get better, and that's all we can do. And by March, we're playing as good as we can.
Yeah, I think you got better tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Good win. Thanks, Chet.
Thank you, Greg.
You bet. Chet Reeder, appreciate him coming up on the post-game show. Final score again tonight. Teutopolis 64, St. Anthony 37. Let's take a break. We'll look at scores and what's to come in just 90 seconds here on 97.9 XFM.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Back at J.H. Griffin Gym at Teutopolis High School. Final score tonight, Teutopolis 64, St. Anthony 37. Speaking of scores, Brian Dust, what have you?
All right, let's get you caught up on mostly boys' scores tonight at Martinsville. Cumberland defeated Martinsville 60-21. Also a win for the hometown Red Hill. They defeated Neoga 74-60. In another boys contest, St. Elmo Brownstown defeated Centralia Christ Our Rock Lutheran 65-56. And Mulberry Grove over Windsor Stew Straws 42-40. Other games, especially this one, may pertain to St. Anthony's opponent tomorrow, as Taylorville and Charleston went into overtime. Eventually, Taylorville won 83-74. Again, that's over the Trojans. Also, a great contest as Lincoln took on Mattoon. Mattoon had a chance to win it in the last seconds, but they had a turnover. Lincoln wins 51-50. It was KZ Westfield over Flora 61-36. And one girl's score that we know of, Effingham over Mattoon 42-36. At the junior high level, more success for Teutopolis as they played at the 8-3A Lawrenceville Parkview Regional in boys basketball. T-Town, your winner. They defeated Lawrenceville Parkview 58-24. That's your scores.
Thanks, Brian. I think we've got like 5 teams that are going to be playing in 8th grade sectionals next Wednesday night. It's crazy. It's just, it is such a thrill, such a treat to get to broadcast high school sports around here because we are just blessed so often with so many successful teams.
And it starts from the ground up with these programs, and that's what you see year in, year out. Teutopolis has represented the area well, but it's not just them. You've got Sigel St. Michael, Stu Straws playing well. to name a few. And so it's going to be a fun postseason for those youngsters, that's for sure.
Without a doubt. Here again, the final. Teutopolis 64, St. Anthony 37. Shoes won the JV game 44-37. Brian mentioned the win for the Hearts girls. They beat Mattoon 42-36. Two of those boys' scores need some attention, and Brian talked about the closeness of the games. Taylorville, according to my recollection, only had 3 losses going into that game. So that was a tremendous effort by Charleston to take them to overtime. Taylorville won it. And then you have Lincoln, 6th in the state in 3A, and Mattoon took them to the wire.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is, you win in the Apollo, it's a hard-earned win, and we'll see about the Effingham Hearts as they have an opportunity to get one of those tomorrow afternoon against Muhammad Seymour.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they've tried and tried. Well, the third time's going to be the charm. It's going to be. They're going to get the chance to play that game, and hopefully it goes the Hearts' way tomorrow afternoon.
One more time, best of success to Mason and all the boys and you as ALIS plays down at Wren Lake tomorrow morning in state play in the SIJHSAA state tournament.
You're good at that. It takes. I usually forget an initial or two in there.
10:45 tomorrow morning for the Rockets, so best of success to them. That wraps it up for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Again, we have a big girls game, Effingham and Charleston Monday night. Tuesday night, we will have South Central at St. Anthony for a National Trail Conference boys action. And Dave Woltman just sent me another score. And it is Muhammad Seymour 73, Mount Zion 48. So good. Muhammad Seymour's coming in after a 25-point win. So we'll see what happens tomorrow afternoon. That ought to be a lot of fun. Should be on the air at about 2:30 with a pregame show on 97.9 XFM. And a mention, too, about Teutopolis. Thank you, Larry. We talked about St. Anthony playing Charleston tomorrow, but I forgot the Benton Shootouts tomorrow. And that's where T-Town's headed tomorrow. And they play
Nashville, don't they?
I believe it is Nashville, and it's in the afternoon. Wouldn't it have been nice if I remembered to bring that schedule? And maybe I did. I brought a lot of stuff, none of which I had a chance to talk about. But the bottom line is, so best of success to the Shoes as they go down there. That ought to be a dandy. And we got people send me different stuff all the time. Again, tomorrow we need to focus on the 7th graders because we have 3, in addition to ALIS in the SIJHSAA state tournament, we've got 3 teams at IESA state tournaments tomorrow, 7th grade. St. Anthony's playing at 10 tomorrow morning. Newton St. Thomas plays tomorrow morning at 10, and Teutopolis plays at 2:30, I think, in their respective 7th grade state tournaments. Plus, we mentioned the 5 teams from around here that won regionals in 8th grade. So, yeah, it's crazy, and we're doing our best to keep up on all this, and best of success to all those 7th grade teams playing tomorrow at state and your Rockets.
It's a fun time to be playing ball in this area because it's so competitive night in, night out.
It ought to be a lot of fun. So we'll see you tomorrow again. We've got we've got Effingham playing host to Muhammad Seymour, and again JV games at 1 tomorrow at EHS. So we should be on air at about 2:30 with the varsity contest on 97.9 XFM. And then I was saying about next week, Monday night we got Effingham and Charleston girls. Tuesday night we have South Central at St. Anthony boys, and then our next broadcast after that is the action from here next Saturday from the T-Town Shootout. And again, the Hearts play the 3rd game of the day, the Bulldogs play the 4th game of the day, and the Wooden Shoes play the 5th game of the day. So we'll have a triple header for you, and I'm telling you what, they have some great matchups.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun shootout. T-Town does a nice job, and everybody seems to want to play here. They like the warmth, I guess.
I guess. After this last few days, who wouldn't? That's Matt Robinson. Thanks to him. Thanks to Brian Dust back at the studios. Thanks to C.J. Schmidt, who attempts to make us look not bad, at least, on the video that he recorded tonight.
That's a lot of work.
You can get a copy of that here in the next few days. Final score, I'm Greg Sapp. Final score again, T-Town 64, St. Anthony 37. And good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Premier Broadcasting Incorporated.